Topic elderly people, part 3. Question 1. How do people have a conversation with an elderly person? Well, I don't really understand what the question means. However, I believe that it is quite hard for people to communicate with the elderly because like they have something like we call hearing problem. So whenever I have to talk to my grandmother or my grandfather, I would consider staying louder, like turning up my volume so that I can make them make my words or make my understanding through for my parents, my grandparents. And yeah, sometimes we have to use the old words. Like language renovates all the time, so there are some old words that only generations like my grandfather knows, and they haven't get updated by with the teen code or some new words, new vocabulary nowadays. So it is really hard for us to communicate with them by using our new languages or maybe new words and teen code. So yeah, that's something we have to consider and we have to keep in mind whenever we want to talk to the elderly. Question number 2. What can young people learn from the old people? Well, they can learn many things. Old people who are living in the 90s or the 10 years of Vietnam, they learned and they participated in wars. And that time, that was the perfect, the golden timing for us. For them to understand and get a comprehensive to the past, which is a very important thing that young generations like us nowadays must study. So we can learn those experiences, those histories, knowledge through the elderly. Also, we can learn some experiences. Our grandfather and our ancestors in the past have their own experiences. They are the first one, almost the first one, to experience agriculture, to try many ways, different ways of cultivating and planting water rice. So yeah, it is important for us to learn from their experiences. We can try to find a different ways of reaching or ways of approaching. However, those experiences from our ancestor are always the ground for us to continue to grow or to continue to develop. Question number 3. Do you think that old people can work better than young people? Well, the truth is that every generation have their own benefits, their own advantages. What the old people, they refer to the experiences and their experiences, and they have a lot of work experiences. They can use their mindset, they can use their understanding to just do their work. And I think it is quite effective. However, the youth, we don't have much experiences. However, we have the power. And the power here means the youth power. Like we have our health, we have stronger health, and we can manage to do different jobs or different ways of jobs. So yeah, if we can balance between the experiences of the old people and the young people, I think they are both the same. Yeah. Question number 4. Are the advantages of having people of different ages living in the same house? Okay, so my family is a nuclear family. It's not an extended family. It's a nuclear family. So I don't really know what are the benefits. However, I believe that there are some. Like the first one, we can share those experiences. The elderly people can just share their experiences, share their ways of completing, and they approach to the problem or the things so that they can tell their children or their grandson or something like that, the way they approach and the way they understanding, so that the younger generation can learn from them. Also, the bonds between our family members are closer. I mean, like, if I have the chance to live with my grandfather, I get the chance to understand them more, and our family will be linked better together. So, yeah, that's what I can think of. Question number 5. Has old people's life quality improved when compared to the past? Well, yes, I believe so. They have improved their life tremendously. So in the past, old people still have to go to work. I mean, like, it was like the time in the past when people in Vietnam are really, I mean, extremely poor. And it's very hard to find someone that is rich enough to get retired. So, yeah, people in the past, Vietnamese people in the past who were in their 60s or 70s still have to go to work, they still have to go out, they still have to do the work on the farm and have to do everything. They still have to take care of the children and something like that. However, nowadays we have a limited retire age, which is about like 50 or 55 for women and 55 to 60 for men, which really improves the elderly's life. I mean, they can have the time to rest themselves, and still they have their retirement. I mean, they have their pension, so they don't really have to worry or to find jobs to do when they get old. They don't have to really worry about their oldness, and they can still manage to feed themselves every day. Question number 6. Do old people share the same interests with young people? Well, I don't think so. It is a really hard one because, yeah, elderly people have their own interests. Like my grandmother, she loves walking and, planting trees. She really have a thumb for planting trees. She's so good at it that she even planted a garden in my family. And when she went back to her house, the garden still grow very, very beautifully. So yeah, she really have a hand for it, and that's what my grandmother like. And me, I don't really like peaceful things like that. I would rather like going traveling or going to some crowded places, have some going shopping with my friends, or just stay at home and sleep instead of just going out to the garden and do some walking or go jogging. That's really not just my type. Sometimes my grandmother would rather just listen to the radio, to songs which is in bolero genre. Me, I like rap, I like hip hop, I like rock and roll, so it's totally different. I mean, each generation have their own difference and their own traits, so we cannot really compare it because each people have their own hobbies. And I mean, sometimes it can be a coincidence to find people with the same hobby, sometimes not. So yeah, that's what I want to say. Thank you for your listening.